How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm Josh with Be Known. So I've got a bunch of new viewers, a bunch of new people that kind of messaged me and said, "Hey, I love your videos," which thank you guys very much. But also, I had a couple people be like, "Hey, man, why don't you ever talk about what you do?" So I'm going to do really quick. I am the sales director for Be Known Advertising and Be Known University. We work with real estate agents and we help them get leads. We help dial out their systems, their CRMs, everything like that. So this is the weekend inspiration, though. This is a video that I do every Friday. I put one out and it's really just kind of motivational, positive energy, positive message for the weekend. So I don't want to talk about what I do on this, but I gave it out there a little bit just for the people that asked so that you guys have that, you know, what I do and where I'm coming from. So let's move forward. Let's go with the weekend inspiration. So what I wanted to touch base with on this video is something really simple, which is staying the course and longevity, putting in the work. Okay. So a lot of people I've seen, you know, not just doing anything with us, but doing all kinds of other stuff. Since I'm part of a lot of different Facebook groups and other social media things that have a lot to do with real estate and a lot to do with, you know, all that type of business, is we see a lot of people that will jump onto something, and whether it's they're jumping onto a new brokerage or they're jumping onto a new platform, a new CRM, maybe it's a new lead generation source, a new marketing company, whatever it is, and they start out and they're really excited, and then within like a couple of weeks, they're like, oh, I stopped doing that. You know, whether it's the brokerage or whether it's whatever, you know, they were doing. And I kind of looked at that and I related it to back when I used to be in like bars and nightclub industry, hospitality industry, is we would come up with an idea to do like a theme party or some type of like every Thursday event. And we would get like, you know, 2-3 weeks into it and it's not really picking up. And everybody be like, man, maybe we should do something else. Maybe we should do something else. And I would see this happen a lot with other places. They would switch really quickly and be like, okay, it doesn't work. It does, guys. You got to give it the time. So you got to stay the course. And, you know, if after a certain amount of time, you know, give it a few months. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But you're never going to get an instant result. And I think especially with the way everything is going in society these days with, you know, with your Facebook and you're able to order on Amazon and everything's like now, is everybody really wants to have these, you know, instant gratification. And, you know, unfortunately, when it comes to being successful and to really making your business work, whatever your business is, it's not an instant success. And you're not going to see that. It's hard work and it's a lot of work in staying the course and keeping going with what it is you're doing that's going to drive you the best results and that's going to make that happen. Think about it this way. If you're out there and you're looking at your backyard and you go, I've got a perfect place to put a garden. I'm going to put that garden in over here. If you go and you till up that ground and you put some, you know, good topsoil and everything like that, and you plant the seeds today, so you can have fresh tomatoes and some vegetables and stuff like that, are you going to be able to walk out into that garden next week and pick those vegetables? No, you're not. You're planting the seeds now so that next season, pretty much the next year, you know, it's going to be a whole year's worth of work before you really get those results. And even at the minimum, if you buy them, you know, as the plants and they're ready to go, you're still going to be a few months into before you ever get to reap those rewards. You're going to have to take care of that plant. You're going to have to, you know, water it. You're going to have to check the soil. You're going to have to, you know, kind of, you know, be good to that plant and put in a lot of work and make sure everything's going. You can't just plant the thing over there and walk away from it and expect to have a good crop. You've really got to take the time to, you know, take care of that to reap the best benefits. And the better you take care of that and the better you focus on that plant or that garden, the better the reward's going to be. You're going to reap that crop. It's going to be way better crop if you take more care of it. Now, if you just throw it out there and you let it sit, chances are that tomato plant, those broccolis, everything that you planted in there, pretty much isn't going to make it, you know, for the most part. If you pay very minimal attention to it, you know, you're probably going to get a few things, but you're not going to reap the massive rewards. You don't have to go to the store and buy tomatoes anymore. But if you really take the time and effort and put the energy into that and really, you know, take care of it, guess what? You're going to be giving tomatoes away. I know from experience, I had to give tomatoes away back in the spring. It was crazy. So I want to keep it really short today. And that's really my message is, you know, stay the course, put in the work. I'm going to finish this off with two quotes that I have written over here on my other screen that really kind of hit home with me this week. And again, every week I kind of usually come across something that sparks what I'm going to do for the video. I do just freestyle these videos. I just jump on, I hit record, and I go. So the two quotes was this one right here that says, "If you quit now, you'll end up right where you first began. And when you first began, you were desperate to be where you are right now. So keep going." Okay, that's the first quote. That was just something I found coming across social media. The second one that I really liked that kind of stuck with me was from our webinar that we did with lab coats this week, which was really awesome. Big shout out to lab coats. If you guys are in real estate and don't know about lab coat agents, you should check it out. Look it up on Facebook. You're going to want to check them out. We were fortunate enough to be invited to do a webinar this week. It's really awesome. We had a lot of great fun. Thank you, Jesse Zaborski. Thank you, Brian Curtis. And that's actually where my final quote for today comes from that I want to end with. And it really just hit home. I really liked what he said. And out of everything that we talked about during an hour webinar, for some reason, this just kind of stuck with us. I was talking to the team this morning and it stuck with a couple of the team members. His quote, and I don't know where he got it from, so we're going to give Brian Curtis the credit for it, was, "The harder I work, the luckier I get." So think about that. The harder I work, the luckier I get. That's your guys' weekend inspiration. We'll see you next Friday. You guys have a great one. Go out there and crush it.